Oh, I am live, huh? Doesn't seem to be working. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Okay. It doesn't seem like it's working. Can you hear me? Can somebody hear me? Please acknowledge that you can hear me. Well, I'm gonna guess you can. Maybe it's the speaker. We're in the teens. 19 days until we jump in the Ohio River. And today was fitting. It was raining all day, except for about a 2-hour window that I jumped on for my bike, easy zone 2 ride. And the whole day was all about taking it easy, staying in aero, and being low. I just don't think we can underestimate the power of aero position. And that's, I went out to the lab today. Maybe some of you guys are familiar with the lab. It's an old airport that we ride around. And it's a 1.2 mile loop that is absolutely gusty all the time, it seems like. And I've been on the trainer and at the trace the last 2.5 weeks. So I haven't been in the lab, and I really forgot just how windy it can be. And it was nice. It was nice and windy. I mean, throwing me around. I'm riding with those Flow 90s on the front and back. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but I'm just used to it, and that's how I roll now. And it was kind of tossing me a bit, a couple dicey moments, but it was really great to ride into that wind and think about zone 2, think about my power meter experience that I've gone through, and I think it really helps. I don't know. I mean, I felt like I was keeping it under control, and that's a huge part of it. So we're going to see. It was an 1.5 hour ride, nice little ride. I think tomorrow I got a little easy run, and then wait a minute. What is today? Oh, it's Tuesday. Okay, so yeah, Wednesday, I think I got a run, and then I could actually look it up right now while we're waiting. Oh, okay. So tomorrow is a little easy run with a little hour swim, which doesn't sound all that easy, but and then I'm back on the bike Thursday before I leave to Chattanooga, and then we're doing a run swim while we're in Chattanooga. Anyway, what did I learn today? What did I learn? Like I said, I think it's keeping low is huge. I like to play around with that, keep the effort level and see if I can go lower and lower and look at what happens to my speed. And out at the lab, it's nice because it's so flat and consistent. You can kind of get a little bit of better feeling for it and to see if it's working. And anyway, I am Mike with the Crushing Iron podcast. Here is the new spectator shirt. We're hoping that a lot of people are wearing these at Chattanooga. You can get them through our store at crushingiron.com. And on the back is our mantra. Oh, you can see that. Hurry slowly. That's how we like to think about racing, especially Ironman. But yeah, so those are available at the store. 201 podcasts in the books. 202 will be released on Thursday. I just put up a sort of a Chattanooga swim morning video. I've shot video at every, well, I raced once, but we have video from every single Ironman Chattanooga, and I pulled together some video from the swim start, and I kind of showed the little bit of the path down the river, how that works, and it's straight downstream, but it's not really straight. There's a lot of curls, and it's kind of an interesting thing. And then I show how you get out of the water and walk up or run up to transition, and then get in your bike and then get on the mountain. So that video I just posted yesterday on this channel. I have posted the video from Ironman Wisconsin from on the other side of the starting arch. It kind of shows people running into the water. It's kind of cool. Mike Riley's on there, and he's talking all kinds of motivational stuff and trying to give everybody confidence as they get in the water. So going to kind of keep trying to make some more videos like that. I think that we've got a lot of material, so I'm just trying to figure out what is valuable. We have sort of redesigned, or I guess redesigned is not the right word, but recategorized some things on our Patreon page. If you like the podcast, we have 2 tiers now, a community tier, which is $3.26 a month. And really, we're going to try to do more on Patreon to get that a little more exclusive. But, you know, we put out a lot of content as it is, and I guess that's just sort of a way of saying thanks and helping us out, helping keep this alive, because we go to a lot of races, shoot videos, put up videos, and do 2 podcasts a week and post all kinds of stuff. So that's really what that is. And then there's another one, I think it's 1326, which is the 326 is the C equals 3 and then the 26. So that's the easy way to remember it. You can kind of know what it is on your credit card and stuff like that, because it is a reoccurring charge. If you do that, you can stop obviously anytime, but you know, a lot of people keep it going, and we thank you for that. Trying to get that going, and it helps us pay for the podcast and, you know, the expenses, the time we put into it and everything like that. And, you know, we are legitimately putting out things and making this a business, so anything helps. Anyway, this is the room right here where the movie Saving Banksy was made. A lot of it was done on this computer that I'm looking at right here. It's a film about graffiti and street art that's on Netflix right now. And I have a few credits on there. So that's why I'm in here today, because my other computer doesn't work. But this is kind of cool. I think I might clean some things up and shoot from here a little bit, get a little bit better light, and we'll be in business. But anyway, so this will be my 3rd Ironman Louisville, and you know, I really do not like to go in those groups anymore. It's just a nonstop worry fest, and whether it be about the water, the temperature, the winds, the blah blah blahs, and you know, it doesn't matter. It just is what it is. The race will go on. It'll be fine, and you know, it may be tough conditions. It may be really perfect conditions, but we have no idea of even knowing. So the only thing I can do is just keep doing what I'm doing. Somebody was asking about an old bike today. I was thinking about my bike. I bought my bike when I got into triathlon, which was in 2012. I decided I was going to start doing triathlon. I bought a 2011 Trek, aluminum Trek Concept 2, I think it is, in 2002. And I bought it off Craigslist. One of my secrets about Craigslist is I really just, if the description is really detailed and you can tell that they're a kind of a gearhead, that's really a good sign. I mean, like stuff I wouldn't even know or care about or whatever. They just kind of go into some super detail. And this guy also had about, I mean, I talked to him for a while, and he said he had about a dozen bikes. Some guys, they get into that and they just start buying bikes. He bought a TT bike because he thought he wanted it, but he rode it a couple times and didn't like it. So my bike was barely even used, and I got it off of Craigslist, and I still have it. And the point is that I didn't, you know, I know there's a lot of like nice bikes and lighter bikes and, you know, more aero bikes and all these sorts of things, but I just have had a thing where I wanted to prove to myself that I was going to train hard enough to like sort of justify it, because, you know, I've had some pretty fast rides on that bike, and I think I can make that bike go fast if I'm in really good shape. And sure, I think if, you know, like I honestly, I feel like I've trained pretty hard for this race. So I may be looking at maybe picking up a new bike next year. I don't know what or why or what kind of specs I'm looking at. Preferably somebody who wants to donate and have me talk about it on the podcast every week about how that new bike is treating me. I've been basically, I tried emailing a couple people, actually, Katana Rue and Trek, just to see if they'd be interested in doing something with us on the podcast, and like, you know, kind of trailing me as I try a new bike and, you know, talk about it all the time and stuff like that. I had these nice emails. I sent like a lot of stats and things that we do and everything, and neither one of them got back to me, which is unfortunate. And especially because I have a Trek and I'm from Wisconsin, and they just basically said, trash this email or something. I guess, you know, anything could have happened, but come on. Just throwing it out there. I wasn't begging. Do I have specific goals for the race? Steven wants to know. Yeah, well, it's kind of like what we talk about, really. I want to swim, you know, relatively easy and steady, and get out of the water feeling like I didn't really just do anything. I know that's happened. Actually, it happened at Louisville one year. That was the one swim that I think it was, no, I've had 2 non-wets. It was a non-wetsuit year in Louisville because it was in August, and I just had a spectacular swim, but it was, you know, it was 100 degrees, or it was probably 90 when we got in the water. I'm not even kidding. And it just felt awesome for whatever reason. And I got out of the water and I just felt amazing. And I was running, you know, so I want that feeling back. On the bike, I'm just going to, you know, actually my bikes have usually been a ride around 6 hours. And that's kind of probably where I'm thinking I want to go. And, but with less effort. I've been working, I think I'm stronger, but I don't want to like necessarily burn. I mean, you know, we talk about being patient until mile 70 or 80 or whatever on the bike course. If you got anything left, you know, within reason, you know, push the effort level just a little bit. So I'm hoping that maybe that's something that happens. I don't know. I don't anticipate being much below 6 hours on that. And then my runs have all been like at 4 hours and 20 minutes on all 5 of them, except the one at Louisville in the heat that one year that I was just talking about, which I can't remember what, it was probably around 5 hours because I was just destroyed. So I'm at 4:20 historically. I'd like to get to, my goal is to get to like mile 15 to 18 and have something left and actually be able to kind of run that out rather than drag through the mud kind of deal. So that's kind of what I'm thinking at Louisville. I just want to have a solid race and stay strong. And I've been training real patiently. I've been really thinking about my runs and my rides as I start off. I'm kind of trying to just stay within myself, and I'm hoping that this week and then the taper and everything just really lets everything settle in, and I can come out strong that day. So that's that. Again, crushingiron.com. I am Mike with Crushing Iron. Coach Robbie is there. We have coaching plans, training plans, coaching plans. All our pricing is there. So go check it out and keep looking for some more videos from Crushing Iron on YouTube with regard to Chattanooga and the upcoming Louisville event. I'm sure I'll get a little more aggressive with what I'm posting with that. So thanks for checking in, and we will talk to you tomorrow. There's 19 days, 18 tomorrow. It's getting here. All right. See you later.